You know, and there were people who went up and back, and they circulated information, and they were in contact with others, and so on. You know, that way you can find out about things. And in fact, sometimes remarkably well. I mentioned the multilateral agreement on investments a few times. If you don't know that story, you ought to, because it's an amazing story about how activist groups around the world, without any access to the press, because the press was keeping a lid on it for years, were able to actually stop the rich countries, the OECD countries, from ratifying an outrageous investment agreement real scientists do. Like suppose you're alone in Tahiti, you know, and you decide to work on a lab at MIT where everybody else is interested too, and you can talk to each other. Somebody else comes in and gives a paper and so on and so forth. Yeah, you find out all of a sudden, you know, it's magnified quite a lot. It's not different in this case. That's part of the reason for the enormous efforts that are made to separate people from one another. I mean, that's why there's a barrage, literally from infancy, to separate people from one another. And it's conscious. It's quite self-conscious. You know, you read the literature of the public relations industry, they explain it, and in fact goes way back. If people get together, they're dangerous. You keep them isolated from one another, there isn't a lot they can do. You can be angry about things. And that's really the answer.
Clearly, our turnout tonight suggests that these are issues of huge importance to this community, that your voice, Noam Chomsky, is one we want and need to hear. We could go with questions forever, but we mustn't. Thank you, Noam. Thank you, audience.